Freedom of speech or corporate censorship? This unfolding drama around Jimmy Kimmel's suspension has ignited a national conversation, one that refuses to go quietly. Just hours ago, Disney announced the reinstatement of late-night host Jimmy Kimmel to his talk show, following a brief but explosive suspension tied to jokes he made about the recent death of conservative figure Charlie Kirk. The decision comes after days of intense discussions between Disney and Kimmel, with the company ultimately stating that while some comments made on the show were seen as poorly timed and insensitive, they would welcome Kimmel back on air starting Tuesday. But here's where it gets controversial, and the dominoes started falling quickly. Kimmel's suspension didn't just make headlines, it triggered a firestorm over broadcast rights, government influence, and the limits of satire on television. The Federal Communications Commission, FCC, with a Trump-appointed chairman at the helm, threatened ABC's broadcast license in response to Kimmel's monologue. This move fueled debates across the country about whether media companies were caving to political pressure. To add fuel to the fire, President Donald Trump himself praised Kimmel's removal and even suggested that broadcasters critical of him should have their licenses pulled. That's a bold stance, one bound to polarize opinion. Yet, when asked about Kimmel's return, President Trump sidestepped, leaving many wondering about his next move. Free speech advocates and critics alike didn't hold back, labeling the suspension as blatant censorship and warning of a chilling effect on free expression. Kimmel, a fixture on late-night television since 2003 and a four-time Oscars host, has yet to publicly reflect on his suspension or the uproar that ensued. The controversy kicked off with Kimmel's sharp satire. During a recent monologue, he accused Trump supporters, the MAGA gang, of twisting the narrative around Kirk's death to score political points, even ridiculing Trump's response to the tragedy with the quip, "That's how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish." Regulatory and media titans swiftly got involved. Brendan Carr, the chair of the FCC, openly pressured Disney and its ABC network. And major station owners like Nexstar and Sinclair responded by pulling Kimmel's show from their schedules. For Nexstar, this bold action came at a critical time as the company seeks federal approval for its multi-billion-dollar merger with Tegna, raising even more questions about motivations and leverage. And this is the part most people miss: the overlap between media consolidation, regulatory approval, and editorial independence isn't just legalese. It affects who gets to speak and what viewers can hear. As the backlash grew, Ana Gomez, the sole Democrat on the FCC, expressed relief at Disney's decision to reinstate Kimmel, commending both the company and Americans across political lines who stood up against what she called government intimidation. She vowed to continue fighting efforts to limit free speech. The impact was immediate and wide-ranging. Hollywood unions, civil rights groups, and countless celebrities decried the suspension as an assault on First Amendment rights, while thousands joined protests across California. Hollywood heavyweights, including Ben Stiller, Jennifer Aniston, Meryl Streep, and Robert De Niro, described the incident as a dark chapter for American freedom of speech. But here's a twist you might not have expected. Calls are now mounting to boycott Disney's streaming platforms, including Disney Plus and Hulu, as subscribers voice outrage at what they see as corporate censorship buckling to political threats. So where do you stand? Is Disney justified in pulling the plug even temporarily when a joke strikes a nerve during sensitive times? Or is this a prime example of government and corporate overreach threatening our most fundamental rights? Do you see Kimmel's satire as crossing a line? Or is this exactly the kind of comedy late night has always delivered? Don't hold back. Share your perspective below. Should entertainment giants bend to political pressure or stand firm for creative independence? Let the debate begin.